testimony, of course, closely watched here as the Portland businessman became a key witness in the impeachment inquiry.
Our weekend anchor Emily Burris joins us now live in studio. So Emily, fallout in Oregon was part of today's conversation.
Yeah, Dan, Jennifer, it was. We actually learned that the protests, like the one that happened outside of several of Sondland's Portland hotels last night, have gotten the attention of the EU ambassador and his family. Here's what he said today when Texas Republican Mike Conaway asked about the business impacts he's feeling in all of this.
Ambassador Sondland, have you, your family, or your businesses received any threats or reprisals or attempts to harm you in any way?
Many.
Could you give us an example or two?
We have countless emails, apparently, to my wife. Our properties are being picketed.
Going from like 17%. So I sat down with Ben Gaskins, an associate professor of political science at Lewis and Clark. He says even though Sondland has made it clear he wants to go back to work, he's actually headed to Brussels right now, the lasting impact of this testimony may see more fallout in the private sector.
He is in a very liberal city, a city that very much does not like President Trump. And this is a way that protesters can put pressure on Sondland to, to not be as loyal to Trump as he might otherwise be. I don't think that Sondland foresaw him being at the center of this impeachment inquiry, where he would get all of this public scrutiny and all of this, blowback from his community that would then affect his business.
Oregon Congressman Earl Blumenauer was criticized by his Republican colleagues today for calling for a hotel boycott. He responded to that in part, quote, "When Gordon Sondland refused to fulfill his duty as an American citizen to comply with a legally issued subpoena and testify in front of Congress, I called him out. I'm glad that he testified. It appears that the third time is the charm, and he seems to have finally correctly recalled his knowledge of Trump's abuse of his powers." That quote from Congressman Blumenauer. And today, guys, I also learned protesters are already planning another demonstration in Portland for the eve of the House impeachment vote. Of course, if and when that happens, we'll be following that closely. Dan?